Good evening and welcome into Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, Argentina for tonight's BCL Americas game between Club Nacional de Montevideo of Uruguay and Quimsa of Argentina. Alongside Paul Mokeski, I'm Craig Feda, and we're so glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from around the Americas, all around the world. And Paul, Quimsa comes into this one after a big opening night win over Sao Paulo, 112-65. They shot a ridiculous 58% as a team from the floor and 13 of 26 from three-point range. They can't count on those kinds of numbers again, even on their home court. What will they need to do to be successful against a tough Nacional squad?
Yeah, they, a little of fool's gold, I think, against Sao Paulo, because Sao Paulo actually, we talked about this, didn't look like they wanted to be there. And there wasn't much resistance, but, the guys like Brandon Robinson, who had 26 points in 22 minutes, and the other Ramirez and Brusino, they just have to continue to do what they do and, forget about that game. There's definitely going to be a lot more competition against Nacional, as we can see, and I believe they know that. But, they got to just continue to play their game.
We saw Quimsa's 2020 BCLA championship banner. Brandon Robinson was the MVP of that tournament. Nacional, meanwhile, nearly gave up a big second-half lead to Sao Paulo, but came back to win in overtime. They showed a lot of poise and character after they gave up a late lead. They were led by Michael Smith with 22 points, and Eric Anderson and Franco Giorgetti, both of whom had double-doubles. How does Nacional come back a day later and taking on a tough Quimsa squad on their home floor?
Yeah, I think they kind of got in a little bit of comfort zone after the first half, and they thought they're going to have a blowout just like Quimsa had. But, Sao Paulo decided to fight and battle and made it a tough game for them, which actually in the long run might pay off. And, they can't take anything for granted. But, with Michael Smith and Eric Anderson and, the group they have, this is going to be a knockdown, drag-out. And, I think they have to stop relying on their three-point shot. They were 6 for 22 in that game, only 27%, and continue to go inside and drive to the basket and get layups in the paint. That's what they need to focus on tonight.
Nacional out-rebounded Sao Paulo 46-35. But they committed 19 turnovers as we look at the starting lineup for Quimsa. Brusino, Robinson, Basabe, Ramirez, Barrios, and Galizzi. Got to take better care of the ball, especially against an experienced Quimsa team. A team that likes to steal the ball. Juan Brusino had 2 steals. Overall, they were around 5 or 6 steals. They forced a bunch of turnovers. Although not as many as you'd think for a blowout of that nature, but Quimsa is very active on defense, and that's something that Nacional is going to have to contend with.
Yeah, they're long and they have very active hands. So Nacional is going to have to really take care of the basketball. And Quimsa is very aggressive on defense. I think because of the blowout situation, they kind of backed off a little bit. But, Nacional is you can't turn the ball over at this level. It just really puts pressure on both your offense and your defense because you're just giving up possessions, and you can't afford to do it at this higher level.
So the starting lineup for Quimsa, same as last night for Leandro Ramea. Juan Brusino, Brandon Robinson, who, as we mentioned, 26 points, 8 rebounds in 22 minutes. 8 of 12 from the floor. He had an efficiency rating of 28. Emiliano Basabe.
You know what else he had? He had 8 rebounds from the guard position.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He was doing it all. Gaston Smiglia in the starting lineup tonight, along with Sebastian Otoneo. Alvaro Ponce.
And we're hoping for a clean game today, unlike the last one last night where it kind of got a little crazy. Technical fouls and people getting ejected, and hopefully we get a clean game here in this first game.
We are underway, and Quimsa gets off to a good start as Galizzi gets the two-hand dunk. Again, the starters for Nacional. Anderson, Otoneo, Semiglia earning the start along with Otoneo based on their performances. Patricio Prieto and Michael Smith. Franco Giorgetti will come off the bench for Alvaro Ponce, despite the fact that he had 18 points and 11 rebounds.
But as a coach, you like a guy you can go to off the bench that can give you some kind of scoring power. So that's another strategy that coaches can use also.
I know we've mentioned a couple times as a coach, A.J. Guyton, and that was something that he loved to do, was put his best scorer in with the second unit and really tear up the other team when they have their second unit on the floor.
Yeah, it's a good chance to take advantage of, maybe some lesser talent on the floor with their second team.
Gaston Semiglia hits the three-pointer, and it's 5-3. Galizzi close, and he's got 4. First of 2 games tonight. Next one coming up is Real Esteli and Gladiadores de Anzoátegui, coming up at 8:10 local time, 9:10 in the USA.
And Craig, I want to see this again. It looks like Nacional is in a zone, but they have one of the smaller players underneath trying to guard a big, and Quimsa's taken advantage of it so far. But I want to see this farther. It's a little different strategy, I think.
Robinson. Kick out to Barrios Ramirez. He misses. And now Nacional with a chance to tie. Here's Anderson. Giving it up to Prieto. Now back outside to Semiglia. He launches the long three, missed that one. Juan Brasino the rebound. He takes it all the way himself, misses the layup, but there for the putback. Eric Anderson makes the block. Had a little body underneath, but the block was clean. They'll let you take that block every time.
No foul.
Yep. Michael Smith could not get a shot off, kicks it outside. Otoneo misses off the glass. And now here comes Quimsa back the other way as we cross the 7-minute mark of this first quarter. Another three on the way, that missed. Rebound corralled by Anderson. Gladiadores yesterday got past a tough Halcones de Salapa squad, 82-76, as we mentioned, in the game that was just muddy. I've used that word a few times to describe it. There were a lot of fouls, half a dozen or so technicals, one ejection. Nice ball movement on the break there. As Fabian Barrios Ramirez has his first 2 points. And Michael Smith answers at the other end.
Both teams are pushing the pace here and good ball movement. I'm looking as a coach, we need to play a little defense here, fellas.
Smith with the rebound. Nacional looking for the tie, but Brasino commits the foul. First team foul on Quimsa. Nacional has one. A big hello to all of our viewers in the USA on FanDuel TV, across South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCLA YouTube channel.
there's that turnover you try to avoid, a shuffle of feet, little traveling call, and you don't get a chance to get a shot up on this possession, and those start to add up fast, Craig.
First turnover of the game. Sabe now back outside to Brasino. Back underneath. That was too easy for Fabian Barrios Ramirez. He's got 4. Screen by Anderson. There's the drive by Simiglia. Count the bucket, no foul.
It looked like someone got hurt out there.
Yeah, Brandon Robinson. He comes off
That's not
gingerly. No.
That's not a good sign. And see, they are in this 3-2 zone, but they put their best player, their biggest player, Eric Anderson, at the top. So he has trouble rebounding from there. And Quimsa's just going inside and punishing the smaller players in the bottom of the zone. I don't know about this strategy, but it looks like they're going to try it for a while.
Yeah, Galizi's having a field day already. 6 points, 3 of 3. So Fortunato Rolfi into the game now for Quimsa, replacing Brandon Robinson. We'll keep an eye on to see if he comes back soon. '11th game of the December window, Paul McKeskey. We've got one more after this, and then we are off until January 17th when these two teams kick off the second window of BCL America's play.
And right on
6
cue,
days back-to-back. Yeah. 6 more days of back-to-back play in January. 2 games a day. And then same deal in February.
And
followed by the playoffs in March.
And they just changed up their zone. They put Eric Anderson back underneath.
I noticed that too. And they also have Franco Giorgetti into the game now, and he at 6'7" is up top. Maybe they're trying to close out on the three-point shooters with a long arm. I don't know. Maybe that's what the strategy is.
But I like, if I'm coaching, I like Eric Anderson down there anchoring my defense.
Yeah, especially if Galizi's in the game.
Plus, he can rebound better than me.
Barrios Ramirez misses the three-pointer as the bus horn comes through. Drive by Giorgetti won't go. Offensive rebound. Smith ping-pongs it inside to Giorgetti. He loses the handle, gets it back, and then Simiglia breaks Rolfi's ankles but misses the three-pointer. Nice recovery by Prieto to close on the shooter. Great defense by Giorgetti to force that miss. Here's Smith spinning from the right elbow. Well defended. Anderson has his shot blocked off the glass, but a foul called. I think that's Eric Anderson's first shot, Paul.
Yeah, he's been very quiet, and it's kind of a little suspect. And I'm wondering if, playing on the top of the zone on the other end threw him off his game a little bit. But now he's playing back in the post and on defense, and now he's taking it in the paint where he's so effective, scoring in the paint.
Beg your pardon, he did have a field goal before that, so it was not his first shot, but that was his first free throw. And Nacional to within 3. Eric Anderson hits both free throws to the delight of the Nacional fans making the trip from Montevideo and all over Uruguay. Three-pointer from the corner missed. Rebound tipped by Barrios Ramirez out of bounds. It'll be Nacional ball with a chance to tie on this possession. Approaching 3 minutes to play in this first quarter. Giorgetti gets it over left side to Acosta. Acosta started last night for Uruguay Nacional. Ponce has Acosta coming off the bench tonight. And Julio Anaya walks up to Semiglia after that. Semiglia kind of got through that little defensive picket line there a little chippily. And Anaya walked up to him and said, "That's enough of that. We're not going there tonight."
He wanted to show his presence and throw his elbow a little bit.
And a travel by Brusino. I don't think we mentioned our officials before the start of the game. You saw them isolated on the graphic, but want to mention them. Julio Anaya of Panama, Christian Paez of Ecuador, and Carmelo de la Rosa Alvarez of Puerto Rico. Semiglia misses.
Oh, nice back door.
Yeah. Emiliano Basabe scores.
Players need to look for the back door more often. A lot of players today chase the ball rather than going back door, and that's a beautiful back door and a backdoor pass right there.
Gotta have a mismatch somewhere. Galitzi's out on the wing. They were in a 2-1-2. Rolfi, too far under the basket, kicks it out. Brusino. Now the three attempt from the corner misses inside 2 minutes to play. Nacional trailing by 4.
Yeah, Quimsa's doing the right thing. They're attacking the zone. They were attacking it in the low post because Eric Anderson was out top, but now they're covering the inside. But you attack the zone by swinging the ball, getting it to the middle, and then kick it to the corners that are wide open. And they've had 2 or 3 wide open threes in the corner, just haven't been able to knock them down yet.
Stolen away by Quimsa. Layup attempt missed. Offensive rebound. Tapped back, and Quimsa will reset. And now a foul for the start of the drive. That's going to be on Patricio Prieto with 1:31 to play in this first quarter.
Holding his arm or holding his little handsy there.
Another three from the corner. That one misses as well. Acosta the rebound. Giorgetti getting it down. Oh, nice, and a beautiful reverse. Omar Canton, the 41-year-old, goes off the glass from the reverse side and gets Nacional back to within 2 as we approach 1 minute to play in this first quarter.
He did a great job of taking his time in the post. Craig, a lot of times post guys rush it.
That three-pointer was up and good. Second three-pointer of the game for Quimsa. First for Brusino, and he's got 3. Matches the biggest lead of the game for Quimsa at 5. Nacional has not led in this game. Your voice is starting to crackle a little bit here, Paul. 11 games in 6 days.
It sounds, for all the women out there, a little sexy, I think. I'm just saying.
I'll ask Mrs. Feda about that later.
Yeah, you got that little gruff sound.
Yeah.
The growl. You got the growl.
Yeah. Nacional back to within 3. I tell you what, though, this is nothing compared to 2016. Louis Shine and I did the Central Basket and FIBA Americas for women back-to-back. We did a week in Panama City, Panama, and then took a red eye to Caracas, Venezuela the next, overnight. Got a 7-minute nap in the hotel, went to the arena, sat down, put our headphones on, literally 3 minutes before tip. We did 52 games in 14 days.
Wow. Crazy.
I think it's I should have submitted that to Guinness at the time for potential world record. I think I claim it's an unofficial world record. 52 games in 14 days.
If it's not, it should be.
Kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with Quimsa as we're tied at 18. Sansimone inbounds. Back to Sansimone. He launches the three. No good, and we will go to the second quarter the way we started the first, tied up. It is 18-all at Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, Argentina. First game of the night on the last day of play in the December window for the BCL Americas tournament. As we look at the shooting numbers on this one. Keeps off to a slow start from three-point range. Saw briefly that Nacional had a 13-11 rebounding advantage. Let's roll the highlights from this first quarter as we go over the individual numbers. Juan Versino, 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting. Tyvek Galitzi, he had 6 early points when Nacional was in that 2-3 zone with Eric Anderson up top. And he's been quiet since then. Fabian Ramirez Barrios, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Emiliano Basabe, 2 points. Brandon Robinson, 3 points. He exited right about a little bit before the 5-minute mark. Came out of the game gingerly. Didn't see what happened to him, but he has not been back. So he is out with 3 points as of right now.
It looked like he caught his arm and while he's playing defense or something, and he got caught up because he was grabbing his arm.
For Nacional, Lamar Canton, 41-year-old with 5 points. Franco Giorgetti with 2. Gaston Semiglia rewarding Alvaro Ponce with a start. He's got 5 points. I should say rewarding Alvaro Ponce with 5 points after getting the start, to be a little bit more precise. Eric Anderson, 4 points, 2 rebounds. And Michael Smith, quiet so far. He's got just 2 points.
Yeah, Quimsa they have to start knocking down shots. They're 2 for 10 from the 3, and they're wide open threes, usually on the baseline. And, either they're going to start making them, or as a coach, you find some player on your bench or in the game that can get those shots to that can actually make them because they're there.
As you say, you need scorers, not shooters. Makers, not shooters.
Makers. You need makers. Everybody's a shooter.
Now, you've coached at all sorts of different levels all over the world. Did you ever have a guy on your roster where you just did not want him to shoot the ball no matter where he was, even if he was under the basket?
I'll tell you, when I was in the RGV for the Houston Rockets G League team, and we won a championship that year, by the way, we had a player, Stanley Asumu, who was a 6'4" power player. He was active. He was like Monster Mello. He was all over the floor. He could tip balls in, finish at the rim, but he would shoot airball free throws, and he just wasn't a shooter. And we just kept telling him, listen, rather than shooting an 18-footer, I'd rather have you drive and go to the basket and try to finish. And that was one player that he actually tipped in a shot to win a semifinal game for us in the tournament that we won the championship that year. But there's Stan, if I brought you out a little bit, but you know, there's a guy that we just didn't want to shoot jump shots.
Just over a minute elapsed in this second quarter. Nacional has numbers right now as a Quimsa player fell down, and that's going to be a foul on Quimsa as the fans continue to make noise. Those are Nacional fans.
And unlike last night, I hope that guy keeps his shirt on. It's a good idea. And there's basketball 101. Do not foul the shooter. And Craig, we saw a lot of that last night in the games, fouling three-point shooters. Just that's a sin on defense to pull shooters like that.
These are dedicated fans for Nacional. It's about close to 1,300 kilometers from Montevideo to Santiago del Estero. It's about 684 miles for those of you on the Imperial system. It's about a 16-hour drive if you don't stop.
Ouch. That's a long ways.
Maybe that's why they're taking their shirts off. Hot in that car after all that time. A lot cooler in Santiago del Estero than it was last night, 76 degrees. 70% humidity though, so we'll see if the moist air has an impact on the floor, as we saw last night. Shot clock down to 3. Contested miss from the corner. Yeah. Michael Smith getting it out, and Anderson wanted to give him that back door. Pass was not there. Smith has it, 8 to shoot. Launches the long three-pointer. That is good! Michael Smith from way outside. And now Nacional with a 5-point lead.
Yeah, Michael Smith's come alive. He had a really good game last time they played with 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. But they need him to wake up here and make some shots just like he did right there.
That was Rick Barry range there.
Wow.
Tenemos que estar mejor allá.
People
No es que
listening
estamos
that
mal, pero tenemos que estar mejor. A ver si
look up
podemos
Rick Barry
correr
on YouTube.
y hacer goles corriendo. Tenemos que mejorar eso. Nos hicieron muchos puntos en poco tiempo. Tenemos que mejorar eso. Se hace brazo.
Now, did your career
Se
cross
hace
paths
brazo.
with Barry? I don't think so.
No la metas.
Yeah, I played my rookie
Da la
year in
vuelta.
Houston.
Y en la segunda la metemos y buscamos. Empezá para el lado de él.
I played with
Para el lado de
legends
él.
that year in
Que abra él,
Houston.
Fede. Se la das al 4, seguimos, te va abriendo y en la segunda buscamos. Pará. Después, claro, por eso en la segunda no. Pará. Después terminan ajustando uno cada uno. No se
How much did you
vuelvan
learn
locos.
from Moses
Viene el
as a
5 al
rookie?
piso y
I learned a lot
caer rápido
practicing
para
against
castigar
him.
el
He's just
cambio
very
y leer los
relentless
pases al
and active.
Jueguen tranquilos. Vamos. Vamos.
I learned more guarding him in practice than I did playing in games, which I didn't play in many of my rookie year. But you know, just every day, Moses is one of the ultimate professionals, and I think he was MVP of the league that year. And I got to watch it up close and personal. And believe it or not, he practiced as hard as he played in games, which is unusual in the NBA.
Well, the great ones do. Jordan is legendary for that. Kobe, same thing. So now Quimsa looking to cut into this 5-point lead with 7:40 to play in the second quarter. Hand off to Sansimone, and a foul called on Michael Smith. Federico Cesular inbounds. So Leandro Romea a little bit deep into his bench early on in this game. Forced to, with Brandon Robinson on the shelf, at least temporarily. We have not seen him.
Yeah, when that happens, it really throws off. It really throws off your rotation, because now you have one of your bench guys has to be in the starters group, and someone that hasn't played much has to become an effective second level guy.
Fouls on Sebastian Acevedo. Acevedo had a nice game against Sao Paulo. 13 points, 3 boards. He was 8 of 8 from the free throw line.
Didn't he have a big throwdown dunk also?
Could be.
Just say yes. Right.
Yes, he absolutely did. It was thunderous, Paul. You know what's funny though, as the officials go to the review here, and they may be looking at who the foul was on.
Okay, we are on a head coach challenge for a possible upgrade to unsportsmanlike foul.
Okay, so it's a challenge for a possible unsportsmanlike as we listen to Julio Anaya.
As the main camera normal speed, please.
As they get this queued up.
That's it right there. Did he give him a little kidney punch there? I didn't see it.
Let's see.
He doesn't have nothing that says if he didn't run to the player. Was only a hit on the shoulder. So we confirm, after review, we confirm personal foul on number 6, side out for blue.
Yeah, no flagrant, or no. Unsportsmanlike. It was just contact,
Yeah, I think it looked worse than it was, because maybe he hit him right there in the solar plexus and he kind of knocked the wind out of him a little bit.
And he sold it a little bit, rightfully so.
Well, yeah. But it's funny, you talk about Acevedo's dunk that I clearly don't remember. It's a very strange thing. As a broadcaster, I remember very little from game to game as far as specific plays go.
Yeah, when they come rapid fire like we've been doing for the last 6 days, you know, you got to
it all kind of runs together. It always astounded me that golfers, high-level golfers, you've heard Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods talk about, oh yeah, in 1987 I hit a shot at Congressional on the 13th hole. I was, line 2, and I was in the rough. The pin was at the back left. I'm like, how do you remember that? How do you remember one shot? And I can't remember from game to game other than maybe sporadic highlights.
Yeah, but when you actually are, when you're involved in it, like I drive my wife crazy sometimes because I remember specific games from 30 years ago. I remember, things that happened. I remember, how we lost and how we won. And, it's funny how the brain works, though.
Yeah, it really is. And now Basabe and is that Prieto? Got tied up a little bit.
It's getting a little chippy out there.
Pleasantries. Yeah, it is. Floater. Missed by Sansimone. Another three-point attempt from that corner and another miss. Next break, I'm going to look up the shot chart and see how many times Quimsa has missed from that corner.
A lot.
I would say at least 5, maybe 6. Into the corner now for Thiago Leites. He misses the three-point attempt. Same corner,
Yeah,
other end of the floor.
2 for 12, and a lot of those shots, 2 for 12 from the 3, and a lot of those shots have been in that corner. Maybe we move it to the other corner, fellas.
Yeah, try something. There you go. Acevedo on the drive, a little give underneath. Blocked! Franco Giorgetti with the rejection. Nacional on top by 8. Oh, the fans wanted to travel, and I agree with them. Look, it sure looked like Anderson, either he walked on air or he was guilty of steps.
It was a great pass, and he had trouble handling it, and I do believe he traveled. But unless the ref calls
it. From the corner. Hey, there's one.
There you go.
Nicely done by Bruno Sansimoni.
Yeah, put Bruno on
3 from three-point range.
But we don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, I see what you did there.
You're probably the only one.
Yeah, the score is 28-21 Nacional. Our graphic is off there. Started to get confused as I was writing in my scorebook, and then I looked at the graphic on the screen, and I thought, well, is my scorebook off? And then I had looked at the stat page, and stat page showing 28-21 in favor of Nacional.
And this game is starting to get a little out of control and physical, and I could see the refs in this last half of this second quarter maybe calling some closer and getting the game under control a little bit.
According to the shot chart, Quimsa has only missed 3 three-point attempts from that corner. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
But our stat people with FIBA are tremendous, so
FIBA stats.
Thiago Leites scores. It's his first 2 points. And it's 30-22.
And Nacional is going back and forth, zone to man, and kind of switching up a little bit.
How much does that confuse an offense? Or do you just run the plays?
I think you just run the plays because man plays work against the zone and vice versa. But in the psyche of players, they get thrown off. So many times in a game when the team goes zone and, you know, we've drawn up a man play and players get, you know, discombobulated and get confused. What do we run now? Just run the play. It works. I'm telling you. But, you know, as a coach, I flipped it around a lot. And 100 years ago, Craig, when I played in high school, my high school coach played for Jerry Tarkanian at Fresno State. And we used to switch back and forth depending on what happened. So when we made a basket, we played zone. When we missed, we played man-to-man. And that threw a lot of teams off. It really did.
That's interesting.
Because when
Franco Giorgetti... Go ahead.
When you're playing against it, you think that there's no rhyme or reason, but in reality, there is. If you ever figured it out.
So Franco Giorgetti hits both free throws. He came out of there after the shot attempt, which missed, and he was kind of holding the back of his head. I didn't see any contact.
Escuchen
At any rate,
acá, escuchen acá.
10-point lead for
Sigo
Nacional.
pensando que no los trabe el mal acá, porque la bandeja está bien, los tiros a pie firme están bien. El problema lo tenemos allá. Tenemos que bajarle los puntos, porque nosotros no estamos bien, entonces hay que bajarle los puntos. Defiendan tranquilos, sepan a quién están defendiendo. Que no me queden mis matches tan fáciles. Vos vas con Prieto, vos vas con el Flaco y vos vas con Semiglia. Claro. ¡Ey! Ayúdense, pará. Hay que correr y después sacás cualquier cosa que juegues, romper y tocar y tomar buenos tiros. Dale, vamos, está allá. No te abras mucho en ofensiva.
I think the cameraman was playing games there. He wanted to catch that kid. he left the huddle and focused on that kid.
You can pick your friends. Nacional leading by 10, 32-22. Quimsa over the limit.
Nacional back in that zone again.
Yep. Oh, beautiful find underneath and an easy dunk for Galizzi. That's how the first quarter started. He's got 8. Prieto on the handoff. Semiglia, he gives it up. Prieto guarded by Galizzi, can't get the shot off. Shot clock now at 5. And that's going to be a shot clock violation.
I thought he hit the rim.
That's what Anton is saying. Yeah, I thought the initial shot missed. Yeah.
But we
Paul, did you go back and did you go back and watch the film and see if that 8-second call was correct?
I tried to, but it skipped around too much. But I'm pretty sure they lost 3 seconds on that 8-second call somewhere.
I mean, even if you're doing the count manually by hand, the shot clock and the game clock should show you. That's the first thing the officials check. After the ball goes through, they look at make sure the clock's right.
And then if there's a question, you go back.
And it's just simple math. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, another nice pass. However, they could not convert. And a lot of missed layups.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. But you stay with it and you continue to follow your shot.
Back out to Brasino for 3 from the right wing. Splash! That one.
They obviously like that side of the court better. Let's stay over there.
Back to a 10-point lead. Nacional had their biggest lead of the game at 13 prior to that 3-point attempt. Quimsa still has led most of this game as Nacional answers at the other end. That one's Franco Giorgetti. He's got 7. Sabe. Ramirez. Now the drive by Brasino. Just won't fall in. Another missed layup. Lead remains at 13. Sansimone in the corner. 45 seconds to play. Brasino on the drive, gets it back out to Sansimone. Plenty of time on the shot clock. And now a foul called. Nacional did have 1 to give.
Hey, Craig, the way that they're Nacional's playing now and got the lead and playing strong, what it's doing here in the second quarter is it's giving Eric Anderson a nice rest so he can be ready and fresh for the second half.
just saw Eric Anderson push his teammate out to the wing to get to the proper defensive position. Foul called with 25.9 to play. That's going to be on Anderson. And that was away from the ball. Timeout on the floor with 25.9 to play. Nacional with their biggest lead of the game. They've had it a couple times at 13 points. Don't forget, coming up after this game, it's going to be Real Estelí and Gladiadores de Anzoátegui. It's coming up at 9:10 Eastern Time in the U.S. and Canada, 8:10 local time. We go back to Managua, Nicaragua.
Can I get on your private jet going back that way?
Eric inbound.
Yeah, mine got in last night.
Mike, Ale, y me falta.
Yeah.
My
commercial flight.
Commercial flight. Yeah.
Grab the ball.
I did get first class.
To Ale.
Well, at least there's that. You had the leg room.
Eric.
Yep.
Ale. Omar. Cuatro. Ale, venís para acá.
You're right,
5'8". I don't need so much leg room. Yeah. I love that. Nice close-up there of Fabian Barrios Ramirez, 33 years old. He'll be 34 on February 23rd. He had a nice game against Sao Paulo. 9 points, 10 boards. He was 3 of 3 from the floor. Yeah. Second free throw by Galicia up and good. About a second and a half difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Poked back into the backcourt, no violation. And there's a little bit too much dribbling by Alejandro Acosta. That leads to the easy layup.
Yeah,
and a timeout call.
He got double teamed, and he does a major mistake that a lot of these players do. He tried to dribble out of trouble. You don't dribble out of trouble, you pass out of trouble.
The best point guard I've ever seen getting out of trouble is a young lady played for the Argentine national team. I think she spent some time in the WNBA. Melissa Greder. She's about 5'2".
After that, just flat pick and roll.
You can't trap her, you can't press her, you can't double team her. Never saw her make a mistake with the ball, and if you left her open beyond three-point range, she would absolutely just torture you. I just loved watching her play. Never made a mistake.
And there's some future Quimsa players right there. They're ready to go. I love it when the young players and young fans come out and watch the pros and get a little touch. I did that in the summer league in LA back when I was younger. I couldn't afford to go to a Laker game back then, but I could afford to go to the summer league games and watch some of the players play.
So now into the front court. Shot clock off. Game clock at 3 now, 2. And a foul called on that 18-footer. Fans did not like it. It's going to be on Fabian Barrios Ramirez. Let's see if we can see it here. Yeah, he got him right on the arm. The whistle may have been a fraction late, but, I mean, there is clearly a foul. Not sure if the fans were upset about the call or the fact that he committed the foul. Could be a little both, perhaps. And now Juan Brasino hit with the tee. Now Juan Brasino is another guy who should know better. 32 years old, veteran the Argentine national team. But the free throw missed by Michael Smith for the technical, and now he lines up for the shooting foul. That one good as well. So we go to the second half with Nacional on top by 11. After Quimsa led for the entire first quarter and halfway through the second, Nacional reeled them in and pulled ahead. Let's check out the numbers on this one as we go to halftime. Team shooting numbers. Nacional sparkling from the free throw line and from three-point range. Quimsa struggling from three-point land once again. Nacional slight rebounding edge, 24-21. Individually for Quimsa, Juan Brasino, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Only 1 assist, 1 steal, and a technical foul. Ivan Galizzi leading the way for Quimsa, 10 points on 4 of 5 shooting. Debian Ramirez Barrios, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Bruno Sansimoni, 5 points. Federico Zesular has 1. Emiliano Basabe has 2 points, 5 boards, 3 assists. And Brandon Robinson exited the game 4 minutes and 39 seconds into it with just 3 points. We have not seen him since. And if he can't come back, that's going to be a huge loss for Leandro Romea and Quimsa. He had 26 points and 8 rebounds in the opener against Sao Paulo. For Nacional, Eric Anderson, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Omar Canton, the 41-year-old, has 8 points, 2 boards, 2 dimes. Michael Smith leading the way with 12. He's also got 3 rebounds. Franco Giorgetti has 7 points, 3 boards, 2 assists. Thiago Leites, after not scoring in Nacional's overtime win against Sao Paulo yesterday, Thiago Leites has 6 points, and he's one of those guys that has stepped in. He's doubled his minutes from last night, and he's rewarding Alvaro Ponce with more points in his additional playing time. Otoneo and Prieto have not scored, and Gaston Semiglia, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Again at halftime, it's Club Nacional de Montevideo 42, Quimsa 31. This is BCL America's Action Live from Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, Argentina. We are back with second half action in just a few moments. Welcome back to Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, Argentina. First game of the night in BCL America's action. This one between Nacional of Uruguay and Quimsa of Argentina. Nacional with the halftime lead, 42-31. Alongside Paul Mokeski, my name's Craig Feda. And Nacional took control of this game midway through the second quarter, Paul. What turned things around for Nacional?
Well, one thing that turned things around is for Quimsa is Brandon Robinson went out. And he's one of their scorers, and he could put it in the basket. And, you know, if Quimsa is going to get back in this game in any way, shape, or form, they're going to have to start making shots. Because from the field, they shot 29%, and from the three, they shot 23%. And Nacional, in opposition, shot 42% field goals and 45% from the three. So let's face it, basketball is a game of putting the ball through the basket. And Quimsa has not done a great job of that so far in this game.
6 seconds into the third quarter, we have our first foul. That one on Giorgetti. Nice drive by Sansimone. As Sansimone starts this second half with Brandon Robinson still on the bench following that injury. I don't think we're going to see Robinson again.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Nice ball movement on the outside. Smith for three. A little too strong. Rebounded by Eduardo Vasserani. Vasserani starting the second half as well. In favor of Juan Brusino, Tyvek Galizzi starting the second half on the bench as well. So perhaps a little bit of a message here being sent by Leandro Ramea.
Or he's just looking for something, trying to get somebody in there that can make shots.
Now Galizzi comes back on, along with Brusino. Maybe they had a game of Mario Kart going in the locker room at halftime and just now finished. Oh, beautiful pass to Anderson, but blocked, and now a whistle.
Uh-oh.
Galizzi. Yeah.
I don't know about that sign. I wasn't good. I know that.
Get a closer look at it here. See exactly. Yeah, I don't know what Galizzi was complaining about. There's an awful lot of contact under there. Anderson hits the first free throw.
I think the problem is at the other end, the same kind of contact, but no foul. So that's what bothers players more than anything, and coaches, inconsistency. If it's a foul at one end or not a foul at one end, it's a foul or not a foul at the other end, theoretically.
So the lead is 10, 43-33. A late C, and now he draws the foul on Anderson. So there you go.
I would have liked to see him finish with his left hand. You know, he did a nice drop step, pivoted over his right shoulder, and, you know, he's around the basket. That's where you use your left hand. Instead, he used his right hand and, you know, could have got a block, but fortunately for him, he got fouled. Young players out there, use both your right and your left hand, please.
Did you ever play with or coach anybody that, for whatever reason, just could not shoot with their non-dominant hand? Couldn't finish with the opposite hand?
Not when you get up into the NBA level, or I went to university at that level. Everybody in the paint can use their left or right hand.
Anderson, the between the legs dribble, and Smith steps on the baseline. Pretty crafty, but Nacional turns it over, their 7th of the game. Quimsa taking really good care of the ball, just 4 turnovers to this point. Brusino. Now down low to Galizzi. He's bumped out of bounds. That's going to be on Giorgetti.
Yeah, Nacional has now changed. They were in a 3-2 zone. Now they're in a 2-3 zone with 3 guys underneath to protect the basket and rebound.
I think they were in a I think they were in a 2-1-2 at one point also in the first half. In the corner for Sansimoni, now underneath to Galizzi. He nurses that one over the front rim with the right hand. He's got 14 now.
And Quimsa's doing the right thing. They can't make outside shots, so guess what you do? Go inside.
Smith picking up the dribble. Long cross-court pass. Sansimoni, I beg your pardon, Semiglia. So that foul is going to be on Emiliano Basabe, and that is his third.
I think your best chance, you know, he was in the way. Your best chance is probably to fall down and try and take a charge rather than stand there and absorb the contact and get the foul called on you.
Lead back to 7. Smiglia's got 6. Basabe with 3 fouls for Quimsa. Sebastian Acevedo with 3 fouls. Fortunato Rolfi with 3 fouls as well.
And Quimsa's doing
Franco
a good job
Giorgetti
protecting the inside.
Franco Giorgetti has 3 fouls for Nacional. Back outside to Marios Ramirez, and he hits the 3-pointer. Semiglia unable to answer at the other end. Quimsa back to within 4. There he is again. Oh, that was straight on, and foul under the bucket on the rebound. Going to be on Otoneo.
Is that Nacional Quimsa in the penalty now? Is that almost 7 minutes through? That's crazy. That's how you come back. You know, if you're Quimsa. And Quimsa, we've seen this a lot, Craig, in this tournament. You know, the team that's down at halftime will come out with energy and kind of take over the game. And this is what Quimsa's done so far in the third quarter.
Toro Ponce takes time out.
Nacional looks a little shocked.
Yeah, a little bit.
That guy doesn't look shocked. He's happy.
Nacional has only taken 2 shots to this point in the third quarter. Quimsa 3 of 5. One of those from beyond the arc. 2 of them in close. Nacional's only 2 shots in this third quarter have been 3-point attempts. And we're over 3 minutes into the period.
And Eric Anderson, who had 16 points and 10 rebounds last game, has only got 2 shots. He's got 5 points and 4 rebounds. At this point, he needs to be more involved in this game.
So Taiva Kalisi to the free throw line. Knocks down the first. He lines up the second, short, rebound Semiglia. Here's Anderson, let's see what he does. Hands it off to Smith. Semiglia for 3, nope. Rebound finally tracked down by Basabe. Long three-point attempt, no. Anderson the rebound. That would have tied it up. Samiglia. Here comes the screen. Actually, they faked the screen. Smith to Anderson. He launches the three-pointer. That missed.
And Nacional seemed very stagnant on offense that time.
Anderson with a nice defense on Ramirez. Smith. 10 to shoot. And
technical foul. On the coach, I believe.
Yeah. He was all the way in the corner. Well, Smith's going to the free throw line. Yeah, so that was on Leandro Romeo of Quimsa. Quimsa's bench. Did not seem to be, I don't know. I don't know what Romeo said to the official right there.
I thought the official made the sign of a T as a technical, not a timeout.
Yeah, the timeout is one finger under the T cross. Oh my! What a shot by Michael Smith! And then the technical looks like the timeout call, where you're holding up the palm underneath sideways, and then the T across the top. I think Leandro Romeo was as stumped as we were. He was nowhere near the official.
Yeah, and it looked like the assistant coaches
on the bench were laughing.
What the heck's going on here? Well, we said this a lot in this tournament. You know, you got to keep your head. You got to be smart and, you know, stay away from the technicals, stay away from the silly plays. And, you know, when the game gets closer, that's when those things stand out.
Second free throw caressed in by Brasino. And now up ahead to Anderson. His layup attempt rings out as he leaked out. Smith very nearly committed the unsportsmanlike there, but let him go. So we're inside 5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Brasino to his right, thought about the three. Instead, he saw Galizzi underneath. Galizzi gives it up. Fabian Ramirez. And he's got 9.
Nice shovel pass, big to big underneath. Keep your balance. Instead of traveling, just do a little shovel pass to your teammate. Really nice, smart play there.
Lead is down to 2. Anderson hands it off to Smith. Shot clock at 10. See, now not a lot offensively. Another three-point attempt. That one from the corner missed, and now a foul. I believe that's going to be on Anderson. It is, and we're going to the other end to shoot free throws. That's
for the rest
Anderson's
of the quarter.
third.
Yeah.
So you would say Nacional's biggest weapon now with 3 fouls, but he has not lit up the scoreboard.
Oh, he's had a tough game. He's had a tough start. But they're not really looking for him like they did the other game.
Yeah. It's only taken 5 shots.
He's just kind of out there. And, you know, the other game, do a pick and roll, seal in the post, give him the ball. That's just not happening tonight. And as a player, you get a little frustrated, you get a little cold, and you know it's been a stagnant game for him all game so far.
So Galeazzi cuts the lead to 1. Now Smith, a little spinaroo move in the lane, can't get it, but Omar Canton the rebound, and Nacional gets another shot at it. Except they turn it over, but a foul call.
They were lucky there was a foul because they Quimsa was going the other way fast.
I've not mentioned yet, Paul, that Eric Anderson was with Quimsa last year. Had that in my notes, completely forgot about it.
Well, this should be a little grudge match, but not too good for him.
Smith misses the 3, and now Quimsa can take the lead on this possession. 3 on the way from Basabe. Oh, that rings out. Offensive rebound. And they're going to call that an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, he grabbed the guy's shoulder. You got to make the play on the ball. He even swatted at the ball and hit the guy's arm, but he just grabbed his shoulder and didn't let him get up for a shot. Or his arm, his whole arm. Man.
Yeah, it looked like he went for the ball first and then held the arm. So, Damian Alvarez, 39-year-old, missing for the unsportsmanlike, and the free throw comes up short.
What a crazy quarter, Craig.
Yeah.
Nacional had control of this game, and now it's flipped on them.
But Galeazzi misses both free throws with a chance to take the lead. Quimsa will get possession after the unsportsmanlike. 3.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Brasino gets it over the right side, 3 on the way. That is good! And Quimsa is back on top on the three-pointer by Emiliano Basabe.
And Nacional looks like a team that's confused, discombobulated, don't have their best player in there, and you know it's looking
offensive foul on Michael Smith.
Nacional's got to get themselves together here and get back and focus a little bit and get under control.
Absolutely the right call there. Now Quimsa at the 3-minute mark with a chance to start to extend the lead.
And Craig, as we know, momentum is amazing and surprising in this game, and Quimsa has the momentum right now.
And you can try to quantify it all you want in any kind of advanced metric, but you just can't. As Brasino hits from long range. And now Quimsa back on top by 5 to match their biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, it's just kind of a feeling and a flow. And, once Quimsa had a couple guys make some shots, now everybody thinks they can make shots. And, it's just amazing how that works. Craig, sometimes it works on a team when some teams struggle from the free throw line, and then everybody starts struggling from the free throw line.
Yeah. Foul on the pass by Omar Canton. Is that on Galeazzi? If it is, that's his. I thought that was on Galeazzi. They whistled it. It was on Fabian Ramirez. That was his second. Second free throw is up and in. And Omar Canton has 10 points. He had 4 points, 2 rebounds last night against Sao Paulo. Now Brasino draws the foul. That's going to be on Alvarez again.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of free throws to end this quarter. Both teams in the penalty.
And I don't know what Damian Alvarez was speaking to the official about after that foul. And he's going back over to the official again. So substitutions galore here at the end of this third quarter. On for Quimsa. There's Brasino. Sansimoni, Acevedo, Zesular, and Eduardo Vasserani. Both free throws good by Brasino. On for Nacional, Alejandro Acosta, Damian Alvarez, Omar Canton, Franco Giorgetti, and Patricio Prieto. Brasino now with 13. And the lead is back to 5. Approaching 2 minutes to play in this third quarter. Errant pass out of the post, trying to find Acosta. And Canton's offering wide left.
And just like good momentum can help you, bad momentum seems to carry over also.
Vasserani scores. That's his first 2 points of the game. He had 10 points and 6 rebounds. Quimsa's win over Sao Paulo. Quimsa has outscored Nacional in this quarter to this point 25-7.
Wow. I knew it was something bad, but that even sounds worse than it is. I don't know what I was thinking in my mind.
Canton has a seat. Acosta very nearly lost it. Shot clock at 6, and now he does. Anderson, though, gets it back, puts it up as the shot clock was set to expire. Anderson with the left hand. Nacional now back the other way. Coming up on 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Semiglia, left side to Anderson, gets it back. He launches the long three. That is good! Gaston Semiglia hits the three-pointer. And just like that, it's a 2-point lead. Heard a whistle, and I think Semiglia got rung up. See what he did after hitting that bucket. We're not going to see it from that angle.
Yeah, we saw that last night, right, where a player made a three and then talked to the other bench and got protected, got it teed up, and I kind of think that might have happened there, but it's too bad.
That may have been Semiglia in that game.
Well, Quimsa is making a little comeback here, and they're in danger of having a 10 to 12 point deficit, but if they finish this quarter strong, we're gonna have an interesting fourth quarter.
Yes, sir. Long two, no good. Rebound to Anderson. It looks like somebody from Quimsa is slow to get back down the court. Now he's back. Alvarez on the drive, off the square, and an offensive foul.
Wow. I'd like to see that again.
Sansimoni holding his midsection.
Might have gave him a little shock going to the basket.
Yeah, I didn't see if that was on the shooter Alvarez. Must have been.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
It was, yep. So Alvarez comes out, Thiago Leites in. Quimsa works it around. About 4 seconds difference between the shot clock and game clock. Long three on the way from Sansimone, and that is good.
And now what do we have? Great shot, deep three.
Yeah. Sansimone had 12 last night. He's got 10 now, and
another
Quimsa whistled for a tee. What on earth? It was on Fortunato Rolfi. Could almost excuse Rolfi, 22 years old, but he's grown up with FIBA officiating his whole life. Game clock down to 3 now, too. Siniglia, that got tipped. And Smiglia looking at Acosta saying, what'd you give that to me for? But we go to the fourth quarter with Quimsa on top by 4, 59-55. We are back live from Estudio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero. Fourth quarter action in just a moment. Welcome back to Estadio Ciudad in Santiago del Estero, Argentina. We head to the fourth quarter with Quimsa on top of Nacional, 59-55 alongside Paul Mokeski. My name's Craig Feda. Hope you've been enjoying this one so far. Nacional led by as many as 13 points in the first half, 11 in the second. But Quimsa outscored Nacional in that third quarter 28-13. Coach Mo, what did you see from Quimsa that propelled them to such a big third quarter?
Called making shots. They went from 29% field goal to 37 and 23% from the 3 to 35. And Nacional did a flip-flop. They went from 42 to 36 and 45% from the 3 to 30. So team that makes shots tends to win games. And that was a big flip-flop there in the second quarter.
And so two quick fouls on Quimsa. Oh, beautiful feet underneath, but Franco Giorgetti unable to finish. And now a foul on Thiago Leites. We're going to say that was a shooting foul. They gave him continuation on that. Sansimone hits the first free throw.
Very impressive too that Quimsa doing this run and taking over this game without Brandon Robinson in the game.
That's right. We haven't seen him since the 4:39 mark of the first quarter. He went out with what you saw as an arm injury. I mean, I remember him kind of holding his arm, but the no-look pass from Eric Anderson trying to find Michael Smith in the paint, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Nacional with 6 on the shot clock.
Let's see if they can execute this baseline out of bounds. Get a good shot up. You got plenty of time, 6 seconds.
Catch and shoot by Michael Smith. I'm not sure if that was tipped.
It looked like
he goes down. And the official said play on. Inside out. 3-pointer missed by Rolfe. Smith bottled up in the corner, and now a foul called as he tried to get it to Anderson. It's going to be on Eduardo Vasirani as he was trying to front Anderson.
Yeah, that's a big body to get around the front.
Yeah, it is.
And Anderson knows how to hold his ground, too, very well.
And now an offensive foul.
That's frustrating for a coach. I mean, you have the ball out of bounds, and you commit an offensive foul inbounding the ball. It's very frustrating.
So both teams now, well, Quimsa now with 3 fouls. Nacional with 2. Not a very good start to this 4th quarter for either team, really. But there is Galici. Oh, beg your pardon, that was Zesular. So he'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play.
That should be on a video of how to break the zone. Went from the wing to the top to the wing to a cutter inside to a layup. Just excellent passing.
They've done that.
Nobody dribbled the basketball.
They've done that the last couple of possessions. They've settled for outside shots, but that time they got it inside. And that was the 4th foul on Eric Anderson. He stays in the game. Michael Smith, are they going to count that? Yes! Foul's going to be on Bruno Sansimone. Smith now with 17. Very quietly has gotten to 17.
I tell you what, in FIBA basketball, you need to know how, you need to have the ability to take contact and finish plays, because it's really physical out there. And in FIBA basketball, players are not afraid to foul you pretty hard.
I think it's a little more physical in South America than it is in Europe. Maybe some folks might disagree. I haven't seen nearly as much European basketball as I have South American.
I've seen a lot, and I would agree with you. I think they let a lot more contact go, or physical play here.
3 on the way. That is straight through. Sebastian Acevedo, his first 3 points of the night. He had 13 against Sao Paulo.
And Quimsa's going to have to think about coming out of that zone, because they're just eating it up.
Miglianet's 2 more. He's got 13. Oh, the short jumper missed by Brasino. Beg your pardon, that was Acevedo. Now Smith in the corner. Drives baseline. Shot blocked. Are going to call that a goaltend?
Yeah, he put it off the glass. Yep. Smart. Very smart move. He knew his shot was going to get blocked, and he put it off the glass, and the guy hit it off the glass. 2 points.
That's pretty crafty. So the lead back down to 2, 65-63. Nice defense by Prieto going straight up, but Rolfi still scores, and it's back to 4. First 2 points of the game for Rolfi. Now Semiglia, cross-court pass to Prieto. Prieto drives it. He goes down, no call. Prieto misses the 3.
Great pass. That's a great pass.
That was Magic Johnson-esque there.
He did his little spin move. He's done that before, and then I think he had behind the head pass, I think. I don't know, just a regular pass, but very nice.
Strong finish by Zesular. The lead back to 6. Timeout on the floor. Nacional wants to talk things over before this free throw. And you like the timeout here?
Yeah, I think you got to gather your team, get them together. We need to control ourselves, and now it's our turn to make a run. We need to drop something to get a good shot here.
Players in double figures for Nacional. Anton with 10, Semiglia 13, Smith with 20. 3 players in doubles for Quimsa, San Simone 11, Brusino 13, and Ayavek Galizzi leading the way with 16.
Sometimes when your best player goes out for the rest of the game, other guys feel free to be more aggressive on offense, and that's what you're seeing from Quimsa right here. They have a lot of guys now there have a lot of confidence on offense and aren't afraid to take shots, and that happens sometimes in the game like this.
(70-63) after the free throw. Semiglia drives and dishes. Smith has it now. Down to Anderson. Anderson picked up by Vasirani. Here comes the help. Anderson, the little jump hook, comes up short. Biggest lead of the game for Quimsa. And a foul whistled on Prieto.
Yeah, Anderson had took his time in the post and drop step for a little hook. He just didn't have enough wrist on it to get it to the basket. Well, Nacional's in the penalty again with 6 minutes left in the quarter, just like in the third quarter. Quimsa can take advantage of that again by making free throws, getting to the line, making free throws.
Biggest lead of the game now, 9. Brusino with 15 points. He's perfect from the free throw line. Smith on the drive. He draws the foul.
Boy, he hit the floor hard. I think I heard him. He hit it on his backside, and I heard him hit the floor. A little awkward there. I know that hurts.
Yeah, landing on that hip or that tailbone, man. I don't care how big and strong you are. There's not a lot of protection over those bones. Right on the point of the hip or the base of the tailbone. Smith appears to be okay, moving a little gingerly, but
he's going to feel that tomorrow morning for sure.
Smith nurses the first free throw in. As somebody who has broken a tailbone, I can tell you it is not fun.
Ouch.
Yeah, I was wearing football cleats, ran off the grass area onto cement during a game, slipped and came right down on my tailbone.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was like a cartoon.
A great game.
Yeah, he sure is.
Not for you. Did it feel like slow motion?
Oh yeah, it totally did. And I hit the ground and was like, "Oh man, this is gonna hurt." It seemed like forever between the impact and then the pain, and then when the pain hit, man, oh. So Smith has a seat on the bench. Oh no, he's still out there. Beg your pardon. And now an offensive foul on Fortunato Rolfi. Samiglia getting in there and drawing the charge. So 5.5 minutes to play. Both teams in the penalty.
And the call is horns. That's the double high. Guards love that action.
So now does not execute. Now up ahead. Two-hand stop! My goodness, Federico Cesular gets up there, jams it home, and hangs on the rim.
Great break, great finish.
Lead back to 9. The over-under on the calls last night between Alcones de Salapa and Gladiadores.
65 free throws shot.
Yeah. Right now, we are at 46 with 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
And both teams in the penalty.
Yeah, we may get to 60.
Are you calling it? Over under?
Yeah. I'm going to say, actually, I'm going to say 59.5.
I like it.
Second free throw a little too strong. Rebound by Acevedo. Smith tried to sneak in there and steal it.
They're running horns. No hyper.
Brasino for 3. Splash that one. Brasino's having himself a game. He's got 18, and the Quimsa lead is 11. Brasino gives Quimsa their biggest lead of the game. Long three-pointer, no. Back tapped. And Quimsa with a 2-on-1. And Brasino scores again. He's got 20. The lead is 13, and Nacional needs to take time out.
Yeah, as a coach, you don't want to use one of your last timeouts here, but you have to. With this run that just happened, this game is getting on the verge of getting out of hand. And you got to calm down your team, get a good shot, and play some defense to get back in this game.
Since Nacional got to within 2 at 65-63, it's been a 14-3 run for Quimsa. Paul, is it anything other than Quimsa making shots?
Yeah, they're making shots, but they're also getting the 50-50 balls, like the loose balls like there. That turned into a layup on their end. So that combination, but for sure, getting back in this game and taking control of this game has been a lot to do with being able to knock shots down for sure. And a lot of that's with Brasino. Without Brandon Robinson, one of your best scorers. So Brasino's really taking control. And stepped up for that spot.
You see 18 points off turnovers for Quimsa. Nacional has committed 13 turnovers, just 5 for Quimsa.
There's that horn set again. But you have to have the guard has to come off one of the bigs, or it's not very effective.
Feed to Anderson underneath. Bangs it off the glass and in.
Now, if Nacional, you have to get 2 or 3 stops in a row here. You have to get back on this thing.
Well, prior to that basket by Anderson, Quimsa had outscored Nacional in the second half, 48-24. They doubled them up. Foul on the rebound. It's going to be on Smith.
And once again, just like you point out, Greg, it's about the ball going through the hoop, and it did it in the first half. They shot terrible, 23% from the 3, and I bet they're about 50% from the 3 in the second half.
Back to 13, 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play.
And Quimsa's pressure on defense is really bothering Nacional. Just they can't get into anything.
Yeah, it seems like nothing that Nacional has been able to do offensively has been off of any kind of a set piece. It seems like it's either been some sort of cleanup or something else, but it's not like they had, you know, a set offensive play that they ran well and executed and scored on. But now they've cut the lead down to 11 again. And Smith, he's still hobbled.
When they run the horn set, the guard doesn't come off the pick, so they're pretty much non-existent, and then everybody ends up standing around.
Yeah, it doesn't even really look like horns.
Good timeout by the coach here. You know, Nacional had a little run out, had a little energy, and just take the time out. You have one. You still have a nice lead, and get your team organized and ready to finish this thing off.
Cuatro está bien allá. Si no, cuerno, Juan. ¡Ey! Saquémosle el espacio a Smith. Acá hay rebote.
We saw a lot of the Nacional fans early in this game. Made the trip over from Montevideo, about 680 miles. Haven't seen much of them lately, as it's been the Quimsa fans in this second half that have had a lot more to cheer about. Don't forget, this is the first of 2 games tonight on the last night of the December window of play here at BCL Americas. Next game coming up at 8:10 local time, 9:10 East Coast time, between Real Estelí and Gladiadores de Anzoátegui. Racino running a little bit of clock here.
They still need a couple stops. There's
one as Giorgetti gets the rebound. Inside 2.5 minutes to play. Smith didn't wait for the screen from Giorgetti, gets it out to Giorgetti. Now he drives off the glass with the right hand. No, Anderson fighting for the tip. It goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Nacional.
Little lucky break for Nacional. They had a little layup and put back, and they just missed it, but they get the ball back. So.
Smith into the corner, 3 on the way. Hit the side of the backboard.
Not good. Not a good. Wrong guy shooting it, probably. It's tough. You know, hitting the side of the backboard is not a good thing. Now you got to get another stop.
Brasino, the bounce pass in traffic. Anderson kicked that ball. He may have had a foot on the baseline. And now at the other end,
yeah, he was out of bounds.
Giorgetti gets the layup. And Giorgetti's going to go to the line to try to complete this three-point play. Nice pass from Gaston Semiglia.
Good finish with
Giorgetti. Yeah, did a nice job protecting the ball. Third foul on Fabian Ramirez. And he completes the three-point play, and the lead's down to 8.
Still need those 2-3 stops right here. They got 2.
.90 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Brasino gets it back, drives, got Anderson in the air, and then knocked out of bounds by Nacional. It'll stay with Quimsa with 7 to shoot.
Now we'll see how Quimsa executes this baseline out of bounds. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. He just circled around the big and came back around and was open underneath the basket.
Semiglia whistled for the foul.
So you can tell, Craig, they've run that before in practice. They knew exactly what they were looking for. Great execution.
Fourth foul on Semiglia. And Paul, how many plays, just for instance as a coach, how many baseline inbound plays do you have?
Well, it depends on, if your team is a team that's playing for a whole year or if you're playing in a tournament. If you're playing in a tournament, you have to limit them because you have players that you have to cover a lot of things. But if you're playing for a season, I would have probably 5 out of bounds underneath and 5 out of bounds on the side. One of those on either end being 5 seconds or less on the shot clock. I used to call those plays clock, so we can get a quick shot off. And not too many, but enough to you can vary it for the defense. And I used to call one of my plays out of bounds "run something." Because you just yell "run something" and everybody thought you were just confused and frustrated, but no, it was a play.
Anderson able to finish, gets the lead back down to 8. Inside of a minute, not out of the realm of possibility, but Nacional cannot afford to give up any more points. Oh, doesn't anybody want this rebound?
Hot potato.
Boy, and Nacional needed that ball there.
Yes, they did.
Just too much time elapsed there. That may be the nail for Nacional.
I'll tell you, Craig, we were talking about the difference between the South American FIBA and European FIBA. One thing I'm noticing about South American FIBA or FIBA of Americas is they let players camp in the lane. They very rarely call 3 seconds. You can stay in there. On that play, there's a player from Quimsa. He was in the lane for 10, 12 seconds.
I saw the same thing you did. There may have been 2 of them.
And this is unusual, too. I mean, the free throw shooter had the ball already in his hand. And now they blew the horn and stopped the play. And I don't know if they let a sub in or whatever. But once the free throw shooter has the ball, it should be no more substitutions, I would think.
Did they swap out the ball because it had moisture on it? I didn't see. At any rate, the first free throw missed by Brasino. And he gets the second. So the lead back to 9 with 29 seconds to play.
This is a great win for Quimsa without their best player. Really good win for them.
3 from the corner.
That's when, as a coach, you say, now you make it.
Yeah, Augustin Mendez, who did not play in the first game against Sao Paulo, steps in, strokes a three. Semiglia fouls out. He's one of their best three-point shooters. Semiglia's night is done with 13 points, 4 rebounds. Brasino hits. And gets them both. And back to 8. Brasino with 23. Too much time here. You got to just get a shot up from beyond the arc. Galizzi fouled by Brasino. Just
not the smartest.
Too much time.
They're telling him too. Why are you fouling now? Because game is over.
With that loose ball at the other end, and taking too much time here at this end. Not that Nacional had a great shot at it to begin with, but free throw pops out. Giorgetti kind of looks like Gronkowski.
Yeah, he does.
Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah. But that's his number is 99. I think that was Dennis Rodman.
So that goes final. Quimsa with the second half dominance over Nacional. Final score 86-78. Quimsa outscoring Nacional 28-13 in the third quarter, and then 27-23 in the fourth. As we look at the shooting numbers here, we'll go over the individual tallies now. Juan Brasino, 23 points on 5 of 11 shooting. He was 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 4 of 6 from three-point range. He also had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Taiva Galizzi, 18 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. Fabian Ramirez, 9 points, 7 boards, 4 assists. Bruno Sansimoni had 13 points, 5 rebounds, 3 dimes. Federico Zezular had some key buckets, 8 points, 4 rebounds. Sebastian Acevedo, 3 points, 3 boards. Emiliano Basabe, 5 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Brandon Robinson finished with 3. We did not see him after the 4:39 mark of the first quarter. Fortunato Rolfi, 2 points, and Eduardo Bassirani with 2. For Nacional, Omar Canton, 10 points. Franco Giorgetti, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Thiago Leites, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Agustin Mendez hit that big three-pointer late. It was not enough. Eric Anderson finished with 11 points, 8 boards. He also had 3 blocked shots. Patricio Prieto played 29 minutes, was 0 for 6 from the floor. Gaston Semiglia, 13 points, 4 rebounds. And Michael Smith, game-high honors, 25 points on 7 of 17 shooting. 1 of 5 from the arc, 10 of 12 from the stripe. He had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Once again, the final score, Quimsa defeats Nacional 86-78. They finish this window at 2-0. Nacional finishes this window at 1-1. For my partner, Paul Mokeski, my name's Craig Feda. We will be back in just a short time for Real Estelí and Gladiadores de Anzoátegui from Managua in Nicaragua. Yep. See you in the time machine. Thanks for watching, everybody. So long for now.